Okay, welcome back. Let's do one more example right here to illustrate this whole idea of graphing by plotting the points to the solutions to the equation. This one's a little bit different. We've got an absolute value in our expression that we want to deal with. So, all right, we're going to make up our table. I've got my x column, I've got my y column, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to substitute in for my values, starting with x equals -3 and working my way all the way over to +3. So -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, what happens? Well, if I substitute in -3, I'm going to be multiplying -2 times the absolute value of -3. Well, I know that the absolute value of -3 is +3, and my result will be -6. We'll take y equals -2 times the absolute value of -2. What's going to happen? Well, sure enough, just like the last case, -2 will be multiplied by the absolute value of -2, which we know to be -4. All right. Now, if we go through and we take a look at what's happening, we're taking -2 times the absolute value of whatever x is. So the absolute value of -1 is +1. -2 times that is -2. We take the absolute value of 0, multiply it by -2, we get 0 as a result. Working our way down the line, if you put in +1 for x, we get -2 this time. You put in 2, you get -4. This is beginning to look familiar. 3, the absolute value of 3 is itself times -2 is -6. Sure enough, it's just sort of a repeat of the pattern on the other side. Very interesting. Let's take a look at what this is going to do to our graph here if we fill this out. Well, in this case, let me go ahead and plot a few points for you. Let's choose, get my arrow going here. Let's choose -3, -6. There it is. -2, -4. Looks like we're following some sort of pattern right here. With -1, -2, 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, -4, 3, -6 this time. Very interesting. All right, let's take a look at this and let's see if we can get this thing to play graph with us here. Nope, doesn't want to play, does it? Well, if we were to plot this one, we just sort of take a look at the lines that we're getting right here. We've got 1 starting at 0, 0, kind of going on down to the left right here. Look at that line, right? It just kind of goes right straight through all the way down. Yeah, right? And then we follow it on the other side, and it looks like this upside down inverted V. Interesting, interesting. Well, this is the nature of this absolute value graph. And we could find all kinds of natures if we go through and point plot many of these. So, good luck with this particular section's homework. More in the next section.